Good morning, Year 6, and a happy Friday to you. Today, we are going to have a lesson on finding percentages of amounts. So last week, I know in your mixed skills arithmetic lesson, some of you found it a little bit tricky with finding percentages of amounts. So hopefully after today and next Monday's lesson, you will all be aces at it. So let's warm our brains up. So 100%, we know 100% is everything, okay? It means the whole. So if we had 100% of 11, so we didn't have to work what would be the whole part of 11. Answer would be 11. 100% of 425, so all of it, so all of 425 would be 425. 100% of 1100 would be 1100. We're talking about everything. And then 100% of 2/25 would again be 2/25. Okay? Just keep that in your mind. That 100% means everything. It's the whole. Okay? So let's have a look at this number 2. What percentage of the 100 squared is shaded? Write the percentage as a fraction. So we have got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 59, 60, 61. So 61 out of 100 is shaded. We know percentage means out of 100, so that must mean that percentage is 61%. And we've written the percentage, we've written the fraction first, and then we've done the percentage. It's fine. Okay, as long as you complete both of those. Okay then, so as I just said in the previous slide, 100% is everything. It can be seen as 100 out of 100, it can be seen as the whole, and it also is all, okay? So, we have got 50% is equivalent to a half. To find 50% of an amount, you can divide by 2, okay? So, using that denominator there to help us, 25% is equivalent to a quarter. Now, as I said yesterday, some fractions you just need to know. 25% is one of them. So is 50%, so is 10%, so is 1%. Okay, so 25% is equivalent to a quarter. So to find 25% of an amount, we must divide by 4. Because if we look at our model, 50% is equivalent to 2. So you have got that 2 there. To find 50% of an amount, you divide by 2. So 25% is equivalent to 4. To find 25% of an amount, we divide by 4. Okay. Next one, we have got 10% is equivalent to 1/10. Okay. To find 10% of an amount, we must divide by 10. And then last one, 1% is equivalent to 1/100th. Remember, to find 1% of an amount, we must divide by 100. Now, this will really come in handy with your work today. So if you are doing your work and you get a little bit stuck, rewind this video and come back to this slide here. Okay? If I were you, I would perhaps pause this video here and you can write down these statements in your books so you've always got them. Okay then, so let's have a look here. 408, we want to find 50% of 408. So let me go back to my previous one. To find 50% of an amount, you can divide by 2. So I need to do 408 divided by 2. Now, if we divide by 2, we are halving. So let's half 400 and we get 200, half of 8 and we get 4. So the answer would be 204. Here then, it's asking for 25% of 124. So it is asking us for 124 divided by, let's have a look, 25% divide by 4. So we are dividing by 4 equals. So you may want to do short division, or you may want to do it in your head. Okay, I can't find the light. There we go. So if I want to do short division, and put in my numbers, 124, just make them a little bit bigger so they can fit in one number per square. A bit bigger maybe. There we go. And we are dividing by 4. How many 4s go into 1? That is 0. Can't forget about that 1. So how many 4s go into 12? 4, 8, 12. That would be 3. And how many 4s go into 4? That would be 1. So, going back to this question here, 124 divided by 4 would be 31. So that would give us the answer. 25% of 124 would be 31. Okay then, so here we are going to do 50% of 300. So it would be 300 divided by 2, because if we find 50%, we need to divide by 2. 25% of 300, so we would do 300 divided by, and we are finding 25%, so we divide by 4. Next one, 10% of 300, so we would do 300 divided by 10. And then 1% of 300, we would do 300 divided by 100. Okay, I would like you to have a go at those questions for me, please. Pause this video now and then unpause it when you are ready to find the answers. Okay, so you should have got 150 for your first answer, 75 for your next one, then 30, then 3. I hope you remembered that if we divide by 10, we are just making this number 10 times smaller, so we can just get rid of that 0 on 300 to equal 30. And then if we're dividing by 100, we're making the number 100 times smaller, so we can cancel out the 2 zeros from 100 and the 2 zeros on 300 to give us 3. Okay then, so your work today, that is a 1 there because we are going to continue this lesson on Monday next week. So you're just doing today's lesson, which is percentages of an amount, okay? So you have got 6 questions there. Please, please, please remember to come back to this screen here to help you, okay? This is really important, and as I said, I would perhaps write it in your book so you've always got a record of it. Okay then, have a go at the work for today and then come back on when you are ready to do problem solving and reasoning. Okay, so if we have a look at problem solving and reasoning today then, we have got Mahalia wants to raise 1,300 for charity, £1,300 for charity. She hopes to raise 50% of that total at an art exhibition. This is what people gave. So Phil Coffers gave 1% of 18,000. Frida Spendit gave 10% of 2,230. Will Paywell gave 25% of 1,004. How much money did she raise at the exhibition, and did she reach 50% of 1,300? So let's do 50% of 1,300 first, so we know the goal. So half of 1,300, half of 1,000 is 500, half of 300 is 150. 500 add 150 would give us £650. So £650. Okay, so that's the amount of money that we need to aim for. Now, Phil Coffers gives 1% of 18,000. Now, we know if it's 1%, we need to divide by 100, okay? I can see some hundreds on that 18,000 there. I can see 200s on my two zeros. Cancel that out, cancel that out, cancel that out, cancel that out. How much money has Phil Coffers given us? He has given us £180. Okay, put that there. Frida Spendit, 10%. I know if we need to find 10%, we have got to divide by 10. I can see that my number ends in a 0, so I'm going to cancel out my 0 on 10, cancel out my 0 there. How much money has Frida Spend It given us? She has given us £223. And then finally, Will Paywell has given us 25% of 1004. So I need to divide it by 4. So I'm going to do 1004, make it a bit bigger, and I am going to do short division using, there we go, oops, I don't want that one, and going across, there we go, and I am dividing by 4. How many 4s go into 1? It would be 0. How many 4s go into 10? Because I can't forget about that one. 4, 8, that would be 2. So I need to have a remainder of 2 because 4 times 2 is 8 and I've got 10. How many 4s go into 20? That would be 5. And how many 4s go into 4? That would be 1. So £251, so that's how much Will Paywell gives us. 2251. Now I need to add all of those numbers up and hopefully see whether we've got 650. So 0 add 3 add 1 is going to be 4. 8 add 2 add 5, so I can see number bond to 10 there, so 10 add 15, so I'm going to put 5, carry the 1. 2 add 2 is 4, add the 1 is 5, add the other 1, which would be 6. Oops, there we go. So altogether, Mahalia has raised £654. Did she reach 50%? Yes, she did. Okay, so she raised £654. Yes, she reached her 50% target. Okay, don't forget, always show your working out as well. Okay then, let's have a go at this last question. Lewis tried to calculate 25% of 948, but he has got the wrong answer. He says, to find 25% of 948, I divided 948 by 2 and got 474 as an answer. Now we know if we need to find 25%, we need to divide by 4, not 2. So Lewis has only divided by 2, which has over here for now, which has given him 50% instead of 25%. He must divide by 4 for him to find 25%. Okay, so it's really important that we know that those basic oops, can't move it. There we go. Those basic skills that we've looked at today, to divide by 4 for 25%, to divide by 2 for 50%, to divide by 10 for 10%, and to divide by 100 for 1%. Okay, so your work today, problem solving and reasoning. So you are going to go diving deeper onto percentages of amounts. So bronze, only 3 questions, questions 1, 2, and 3. Silver, 3 questions, 4, 5, and 6. And gold, 3 questions, 7, 8, and 9. Remember, always go back if you forget how to do it. If you need some extra support, please let us know and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Upload your work to Dojo as well, please, onto your portfolios. That would be super. Have an awesome day. Bye.